Hey guys, so if you guys didn't realize yet, I've got 2 reviews left until my review for A Cure for Wellness coming pretty soon now. I'm not too sure if it's going to be on Monday yet. I have school off on Monday, so it should be ready by Monday. But anyways, guys, let's get into this review of Rango, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite animated films of the past decade. And right off the bat, I'm going to say that Rango is one of the best animated films of the past decade, and possibly one of the best animated films ever made. Gore Verbinski did a terrific job with Rango, and so let's start talking about it. So first of all, since it's an animated film, I'm going to start talking about the animation. The animation is amazing. It's really well done. It makes it feel kind of realistic in a way. It makes the animals in the film kind of look realistic, mixed with animated. If that makes any sense to you guys. I think it's really well done. It's not the best animated movie by any means in terms of animation, but I think it is done really well. Again, this is one of the best animated films of the past decade. And an amazing thing for me too, that a lot of animated films struggle to do, even great ones, is make it feel that you're not even watching an animated film and you just get so lost in the movie that you just forget you're watching an animated movie. Rango does it so well. You feel like you're in the movie in a sense. It does it so well, and you just forget you're watching an animated movie, which is a super good thing to say about it. Another thing is it is one of the most mature animated movies I've ever seen. There are so many adult jokes in the film that it makes it so easy for adults to enjoy it just as much or even more as kids probably enjoy it, which makes it an amazing family film. Just a small problem actually that I have with it is that it might be frightening to really young audiences. I'm guessing kids like 5 years old. If parents take their kids to it, it might be a little frightening to them. And that's a small problem. That doesn't affect me at all, though, because it's not really for me. So that's not going to bring my grade down at all for the film, just because it may be frightening to younger audiences. So that's not a very big deal to me. Not including Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm going to review later, like I said in my Mouse Hunt review. This is one of his more mature films. Out of Mouse Hunt and The Mexican is an R-rated film and it's pretty mature, but I feel like he's really matured as a director in both The Ring and this. It really shows how much he's matured and how much better he's gotten as a director. And I think that's really nice too. With that, Gore Verbinski really shows that he's matured and just that he's done such a good job getting better and better at making films. Like I said a little bit earlier too, the jokes in this are amazing. It's a very funny movie, as well as when it needs to be serious, it does do this. It is very serious, very well as well. But I do want to touch on the comedy a little bit. All of the jokes, in my opinion, hit. It's really, really funny. I found myself laughing out loud multiple times, which is super good because I was watching this by myself, and usually comedy movies I don't really laugh a lot, and saying as this is a kind of not as high of a comedy as it is like a western and family movie, it's surprising to me how funny this movie is. I also want to talk about Johnny Depp as Rango. Now, Johnny Depp is the perfect casting for Rango. I can't imagine anyone else playing this character. He makes this character super likable, and you just care for him so much, as well as just a character you'll never forget just because Johnny Depp did such a good job. And if they cast the wrong person as Rango, it could have totally not been close to as good, because the voice performances in this movie are all around good. Johnny Depp as Rango, though, is super good. Another thing I love so much about Rango, though, is that it does have heartwarming moments, and it doesn't feel cheesy at all. Usually animated movies, when they have heartfelt moments, they really just feel cheesy. A lot of animated films, even great ones. And it's so amazing how in Rango, the heartfelt moments don't feel cheesy at all. They feel solid, and they feel just real, which is amazing to me. I just real quick also want to talk about the score. Now, I was noticing the score in this film, and I was surprised by how good it was and how good the music in the film was. And I was surprised to find that the person that made the score was Hans Zimmer. After hearing the score, it's like a score that I could listen to a lot more often. which is surprising to me as well because I'm not much into Western type music of listening to it a lot. But after listening to the score in this film, I really liked it a lot, and it's music that I'll probably listen to a lot more often. And just another thing I want to talk about too is the metaphors to the real world. This film has a lot of metaphors. It's kind of riddled with metaphors. And if you're not really looking out for them, you won't really notice them. But if you do notice them, they're pretty smart. Also, this film has a lot of symbols as well. For one, a big symbol is water. Water serves as a pretty big symbol of hope for this film. Like where there's water, there's hope pretty much, if that makes sense. I think the movie does a really good job at that too, at symbols. The last thing I want to talk about is the twist ending at the end of the film. I think it was pretty good. It is a little bit cliched. It has been done before. I'm not going to spoil it if you don't know what it is. I don't want to spoil the film for you because I really like it, and I want you guys to, if you haven't seen it yet, to go in not knowing anything really about it apart from just the main story. So pretty much the twist is really good. I liked it. It was a little cliched, but that's not really a problem for me because I feel it notices that it's a little cliched and it really embraces it in a way, and I think that's pretty cool. Overall, Rango is one of the best animated films of the past decade, and maybe even one of the best ever. Its terrific voice casting and assured direction make it a film that I could just rewatch over and over again. Any minor flaws I have with it don't bug me at all, personally, and so that's why I'm going to give Rango an A+. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of Rango. Look out for my review of The Lone Ranger tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video. Also like if you like this video. And make sure to comment just anything I could change or anything you liked about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in my review of The Lone Ranger tomorrow. Bye guys.